Yeah, y'all get ready, buckle up for the livest podcast. Hawk Talk, ready to serve is built to last, where the players and the fans collide. Let's ride, get the realest perspective from the ones who've been inside the huddle. Dave DeRoche spit the facts since training camp with Walter Thurman III, the Super Bowl champ. They lived it, breathed it, played it, displayed it to the 12, so you know they word is highly rated. Lock in, like, and follow like a hollow point. Mind-blowing facts, Walton Dave, all anointed. It's true legends, grab a cold one and favorite snacks. As two Seahawk legends bring the relevant stats. Hawk Talk, let's get it. With no cap, unless it's Seahawks fitted. Upcoming matchups plus predictions. Hawk Talk, the best in the business.
Hawk Talk, right with us, right with us. Blue and green, that's what we rock. Hawk Talk, right with us, right with us. Glad to hear y'all dropped in. Hawk Talk, right with us, right with us. Walk and take it locked in, and let's go.
Hey, I guess it's free promo Wednesday. A total accident. That actually was from last night. But hey, as you can see, Hawk Talk is on our network. They go on live at 10 p.m. Eastern on the Sideline Sports Network every Tuesday night with our guys Dave DeRoche and Walt Thurman III, a member of the Legion of Boom himself. Dave DeRoche, who played for the Seattle Seahawks back in the late 1980s. So, hey, there's your intro. There's your preview. Watch Hawk Talk. Also, watch the Sideline Sports Show that comes on every Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with J.B. Ellis, myself producing, Dave DeRoche, and John Shear, and Rafael Esparza, the latest and greatest, always been the best odds maker in sports, Vegas's very own. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is Cubfidential. I'm Denzel Snipes, and today it is a World Series preview kind of day. There is the information on the bottom. You can follow us on X, also on the Sideline Sports, on YouTube, also Facebook as well. But it's about time to get into this because it's been decided. Yankees, Dodgers, you wanted it, you got it. Judge versus Ohtani, whatever player versus player matchup you want to do. You want a Soto versus Freeman, you want Mookie Betts versus Jazz Chisholm, whatever. But this is the marquee matchup that everyone had been waiting on. And I got a cohort tonight for the second straight week. He's coming in playing QB3, I guess. We're down to our third string quarterback guy. Actually, no, because, well, JB's out. Let's see, Nick Botkins was out. Actually, he's a fourth string. But I'm not going to say that we signed him off the street because he's always been with us. But here's Jacob Christner, y'all.
Consider me Bailey Zappi.
Even Bailey Zappi had a good game.
yeah, either way. But I saw the Hawk Talk thing, and I'm thinking they really don't have a 12th man in that crowd anymore because it's not very good. That's not a very intimidating place to go anymore.
Yeah. Well, they just have to get back to their glory days and everything. And shout out to Marcus Mack. Appreciate you for tuning in. But you know what? Let's go ahead and get down
to it. Is he relation to Bernie Mac?
You know what? If he is, I don't know. Is that a question? Marcus Mack tuning in live from LinkedIn. Again, appreciate you tuning in. Wants to know if you are related to Bernie Mac. And if you are, maybe you got a little bit of talent and riches behind you.
Hey, who knows?
But we're going to get down to this. And so the American League Championship Series, the Yankees defeated the Guardians 5-2 in 10 innings in
I said
game
five.
Jacob Christner called 5 games. Soto's blast in the extra innings put them over the top. New York wins the series 4-1 in a series that kind of felt like it went longer than it did, you know. But
the Guardians kept coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not like the Yankees blew them out all 4 games.
Yeah.
But Giancarlo Stanton won ALCS MVP. Give us your thoughts, but also I'm going to ask you the same question that was asked last night on the Sideline Sports Show. Do you think that Giancarlo Stanton deserved most valuable player, or should it have gone to Judge or Soto or any other guy?
Interchangeable. Who cares? I mean, really, look how great they did. You know, I mean, nope, but I'm the sports director at WRMN 1410 AM. I'm
Yes,
sure they're very,
sir.
very happy for you to promote that.
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead, Jacob.
But no, the biggest thing about it is it's interchangeable. Any of them. I mean, that is such a. I mean, it's all everybody but Jazz Chisholm.
Right.
I mean, the Jazz Chisholm, what, 1 for 15?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's everybody but him, and I think that one was the homer. So,
Yep,
something like that. It's like the thing about it is, you know what Jazz Chisholm reminds me of a little bit, and I think he's very talented. You know what he reminds me of?
What's that?
Alfonso Soriano.
Yes, he actually kind of does.
Yeah, reminds me of that in the fact that he has that thing where he can get stupid with his swings and he can get undisciplined, but boy, he is talented and can get very, very hot.
Kind of like the batter's version of Wild Thing Mitch Williams.
It really, really would. Yeah, it's like that was the thing. There were those times. It's like Mitch Williams was like the first two on, 1 out, the bases loaded, and strike out the next two. I mean, that's kind of what that is. Really, you want to know what Jazz Chisholm would have done for the 2016 Cubs? Miguel Montero. He'd been that guy who would.
You hated Montero.
We did. I did hate Montero until that, but we did. But until that, we hated that thing. But I'm saying he'd been that where he'd probably be struggling all year. The fans would hate him, and then the NLCS boom.
Yeah.
And it's a left-hander, so
Yeah, no, absolutely. But Juan Soto, and he's been to the big stage before. He seemingly is used to being on the biggest stages in the league. He's been to the NLCS. He's been to the World Series. And then obviously the ALCS this year. Something about Juan Soto, he always comes through when it matters most. And he probably, because NL MVP is locked up. We know that Shohei guy is going to win it. We're going to get to him in a minute, okay? But I think AL MVP was pretty much Soto's to lose all year.
Probably so. But I was going to say this. You want to know who Soto needs to go to, if not the Yankees, for the next year?
Cubs?
This is for the team. Mind you, I want him on the Cubs. I told you that. He does not strike out much. He's very, very disciplined. 300 hitter, all that. I want that. But you want to know who really needs to do it to change their mindset?
Who's that?
The Atlanta Braves.
Ooh.
Because the Atlanta Braves are constantly good. Snicker stuck him in the playoffs. It's like horrible, horrible, horrible injuries. Stuck him in the playoffs anyway. They're a good team all the time. He's a great manager. But here's the thing. The Atlanta sports area. Here's the deal. Like, for instance, the Falcons, they go get Kirk Cousins. Nice quarterback. You have lots of fantasy points. Not a Super Bowl quarterback. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's what the Braves do. They go get the last guy they got really, really big and out of free agency was probably McGriff.
True.
Yeah, it's like, but they won the World Series in 2021 anyway. But they do that. The Hawks, they don't go after Kevin Durant when he's up there. They don't go after LeBron when he's up there. See what I'm saying? They don't act like Atlanta. I'm around it all the time. It's a major metropolitan city. They don't act like it. It's time to start acting like it. Soto would be a start.
Yeah, he would. But the crazy part about even that is they could have, because this is a city that at one point in time held Michael Vick, Deion Sanders, Dominique Wilkins.
Drafted.
True.
That's my point. They get the stars and they draft the stars, but they don't pick them up.
But even in that context, okay, me and you have talked about way back on Pundits Pundit. We talked about the combination of MC Hammer and Deion Sanders. And that was what was just made it so flashy. Atlanta at one point in time was not saying that they're not flashy now. But again,
go into that area, okay? Go into that stadium, all right? It's go into that stadium, like over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. You'll see a party. Wait till they get a flashy guy. Trust me.
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely. Again, you had the likes of Michael Vick.
Yeah. Oh no, drafted. You're correct. Vick. drafted. He was like, they draft stars. Don't get that wrong. But even the Cubs have gotten a few big names.
True.
Even the Cubs, we already know the Yankees, but I'm talking about when you need that guy in the offseason, when you need that guy in the trade deadline, Atlanta never goes and gets that guy.
And
I'm talking
this is
about
why they would
free
need
agency
Soto.
trade. They don't act like a big, like I said, when was the last time the Atlanta's name was put up for Kevin Durant, for LeBron when LeBron's there?
And you know what? If you think about it, they never really did replace Freddie Freeman. Soto
No.
could be that guy.
Well, they sort of did with Olsen, but Olsen is not in that level. What I'm talking about, for instance, guess who was on the trade? Guess who was on the block this year to go get something? Ohtani. Did the Braves even try? Did the Braves even try? Could you imagine what that would have done for the city?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
These are the points I make. I am in a major metropolitan city for the last 19 years. The last poster I saw was Vic. For about a year and a half. Those are the posters I saw all over the buildings when I was driving like crazy. Right. Vic. And he was drafted. Could you imagine if you got a Durant, a LeBron? I'm just saying, I'm not saying they would go to this, but I'm saying as in a hypothetical. Imagine if you could go get, let's just say it, Patrick Mahomes.
Right, yep.
I mean, I was saying Justin Fields way on the thing because that's home. Mm-hmm. They don't go try. That's the point. Atlanta needs to start acting like a major metropolitan city with their sports.
Yeah.
I mean, Kansas City acts more like it. Because guess what? Cooper Kupp might be going to them. So is the Hopkins.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Well, we're going to move on to the NLCS. The Dodgers defeated the Mets 10-9. I said that the series would go at least 6 or 7 games.
Yeah.
But
I said Dodgers.
They won 10-5 in Game 6. Infielder Tommy Edman won NLCS Most Valuable Player. He had 11 runs batted in.
Another Cardinal.
Your thoughts on this?
It's a Cardinal. The Cardinals had 83 wins again this year. Last year they had 90 losses. First time since 1990. They're not going to have another 90 losses for 30 years. They develop teams. They develop players. They have a strong organization. Yeah. They do this, and it's a Cardinal that does that. David Freese did the same dang thing somewhere else. They just do.
Yeah. To a certain extent, you know who the Cardinals remind me of? The Los Angeles Lakers. Did you know that at one point in time, if the Los Angeles Lakers, anytime that they missed the postseason, they won the NBA championship within 5 years afterwards.
Yeah.
And that actually kind of sounds like you look at the Cardinals. They always have winning seasons, right?
Yep.
And it's like, okay, we slip up. We got 90 losses. They may win a World Series within the next
2-3 years. 2-3 years. It doesn't even matter. The Cardinals fans do not quite see. This is the thing about St. Louis. St. Louis has to have sports or it dies. The city does. It just falls apart every time you look at it. They have to have it, and I think they know it because the teams are always successful. They need a football team there. They need all this stuff. But the biggest thing about it is you talk about the Lakers. The Lakers are going to be back to the powerhouse the minute LeBron's gone and brings this brat kid with him.
Oh, wow. With that said.
No, I'll say this. That aside, and I did a column today. Just by the way, I did a column today for Inscriber magazine. For the South Florida Tribune. It's called LeBron is Kobe from Temu.
Oh wow.
And the idea, I'm just letting everybody know about this. It has nothing to do with the skill of the basketball. It has to do with the Kobe off the court and compared to LeBron off the court.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I mean it's like and the idea that how real Kobe was and how much LeBron wants to play real.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things because as great as he is as a basketball player, as great as he is as a businessman, that he still tries to play something that he's not.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But bringing it back to Tommy Edman here, and you've heard me give my sentiments on the Dodgers this postseason. We've talked about Ohtani. We talked about Freeman, Mookie Betts, Max Muncy. Neither of those guys won Most Valuable Player. That you would think that would be if you came into the NLCS, who you think is going to win Most Valuable Player? The overwhelmingly popular answer would have been Ohtani, right?
Yeah.
Considering the season that he had,
Yeah.
you know, or even Mookie Betts would have taken that. Tommy Edman.
Yeah, well, Tommy Edman had unbelievable. Tommy Edman had unbelievable. I mean, he could not get off base. He couldn't get off base. That was unbelievable for him. And you got to remember, 11 RBIs in the series, never stayed off the base, and they're always in a position. That's more MVP than just the threat of a home run.
They cashed in those runs, and I keep saying it over and over again, and I will continue to say it. The biggest killer for any baseball team are runners left in scoring position.
Oh, and see, the
Dodgers did what they needed to do. They cashed in.
How many runners in scoring position teams do you see in the playoffs with that go low? You get my point?
Right.
You don't see – those are the ones – if they are good enough, they're the ones that blow it up in September.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones that blow up in September because they did not cash in. It's like you've got to cash in.
You have to. It's one thing for a team to come out there and, I mean, they just completely blow you out, 10-0. The pitching was great. They pitched a no-hitter. Look, they were just outright better than us. Okay, well, I can take that. But to lose a game, especially by like a close margin, say it was like 7-5. Yeah. But then you go and look at that tape, and you left like 8 people on base, and you let them get out of the inning.
Well, the big thing about that is it's worse and worse as the years go by because we're teaching these stupid launch angles now. Mm-hmm. We're teaching these ridiculous things now. It's like bad habits, which causes strikeouts. It's like it's why I like Juan Soto. It's why I like Arias. It's why Arias. It's why I love all these guys. I mean, there's not that many of them. It's why I love them. Not many strikeouts.
Right.
Not many strikeouts. They put the bat on the ball, which if you hustle down the line, you get in or somebody gets home.
Right.
See, that's one of the things I want to. I'll tell you this. I'm going to give you an off the cover thing. I'm going to get it off subject for a second. I talked to a buddy of mine about a year ago or so. I wish I was the GM of the Rockies.
Okay.
Because I would want to tell the owner, Kroenke, who I hate, by the way, I would want to tell him, well, I'll pretend to like him. I want to say, I will make sure that you have about a $10 million, $8 million budget. I want every A, AA, and AAA, and we'll get our version of Crash Davis. Our version of Crash Davis, who's been in the league a bit. Mm-hmm. That can be a mentor, maybe 2 Crash Davises. They could all be lower rank, and then you get $8 to $10 million. And then every one of them will hustle.
Oh, yeah.
Every one of them will hustle. They'll go up line because they're waiting. All 24 or whatever on that thing are looking for a contract. They're looking for a new life. They'll all hustle. Then if you win 73, 75, the Ohtani types are out there, and it's Colorado. It's Colorado where you can boost that thing 10,000 miles,
right? For
a home run hitter. You get my point? You do it within a couple of years, build, but people don't get this point. They all trying to do the one now. They're on their guy thing. This is where the stupid launch angle thing goes, and all that stuff just gets you. It's Colorado. Why do you need launch angle? The ball is the launch. The air is the launch.
Yeah, no, absolutely on that one. Well, last topic is, the preview itself. And your thoughts on what each team needs to do and your predictions on the series. Again, this is the marquee matchup. Someone's got to win. Who do you got? What do they need to do?
Yankees in 7.
So you got it going all
Yankees
7.
in 7, and a shout out to JB. Garrett Cole's going to throw a 3-hitter in the game 7. He's going to throw a 3-hitter in game 7 with 11 strikeouts.
Ooh, he can't. And because it's JB, he's going to find a way to complain.
No. It's because it's JB.
Like that guy did not deserve to win the game. Your Yankees won. He did not deserve to win.
No. If it's JB, he's going to get back at me by talking about Caleb.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Who I'm starting to live with. Okay. It's like who I'm starting to live with. You know what I mean? I'm living with it. I'm starting to get there.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. And it's like, I think in 7, I think it's going to be Garrett Cole coming through. And it's going to be all that stuff. And I think it'll be like 2-0.
And now, if it's the Dodgers, what do the Dodgers need to do to win this thing?
More Edmund. They need to get on base. You're gonna have to wear them out, because just going straight home runs, straight everything like that, the Yankees will beat you all day. They got power like all day long. They got stamina all day long. They'll beat you all day. You gotta get these little. You gotta go boom. I mean, Dodgers would be wonderful with who's that little guy on Houston, by the way? Remind me of the name. I'm sorry.
Altuve.
He'd be an amazing Dodger. He'd be an amazing Dodger right now. Just I know you're Houston, but he'd be Altuve would be amazing with those little guys running around the dang bases, along with
speed,
all that kind of stuff like that. That kind of speed. Need to wear them out.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to. I don't care if you have Ohtani. Don't care if you have Teoscar. You know what I mean? Let's see. Don't care if you have all these guys that have power. I don't care. You got little guys. Move them around. Wear them out. Be like the little guys that faced off in the original UFCs, beat up the big guys.
Yeah.
Wearing them out, slap them down. Just every day, wear them out. Do it. That's what you need to do.
Yep. No, absolutely.
I mean, I'm not saying that the Dodgers don't have big guys. Don't get that wrong. They got the little guys that doing all that stuff. Kick you in the leg, get all that stuff, move it around. Needs to be. Dodgers need to treat it like Eddie versus Brock.
Yep. Yeah.
Even if they got big guys, they need to treat it like that. Wear them out. Just keep going like that, because that was perfect for that series.
It was. It really was. Well, that's all the time we have. Thank everybody for tuning in for Cubfidential, and we'll be back next week for what probably will be the season finale, and that'll be the World Series recap. So for myself and Jake the Pundit, we will see you all next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Yep.